It's so hard to do with this camera setup. The power switch actually goes 2 notches. And the last notch turns on a backlight. Or sorry, it's not a backlight, it's a front light. But yeah, like it basically was a regular ass Game Boy that you could use to play games in the dark. The one thing I don't like about it, let's see, it is a tiny bit bigger than the Game Boy Pocket, not by much. It's oh my god, I need to get used to this 2 camera setup. A little bit taller, but the back is really weird because they literally took out all the room. Like notice the Game Boy Pocket here is really flat on the bottom. This one here has a shape for the batteries because the battery door is just not big enough. It's really weird. I don't know if they did that for like a grip thing, which kind of works. It is actually a bit more comfortable to hold, but it just looks really disgusting as a result if you look at the side profile. Game Boy Light was Japan exclusive. Well, there you go then.
Well, of course Japan gets all the cool shit.
They had a lot of really cool stuff there from that collection. They had a Hello Kitty Dreamcast, which it almost came home with me.
Of course.
The problem is it's a Japanese model, which means it doesn't play North American discs unless I get a boot disc. But now that I know I can get a boot disc, it's probably coming home with me next time I go there because I have a couple gift cards I didn't use.
It was like the one time I went to when I went to MagFest, and I remember I was shopping with Reese, and I can't remember, but we came across this waffle maker or this toaster thing. It was, I can't remember what it would like put an imprint on, but she was like, ooh.
Oh, it was probably the Parappa toaster. They probably had the Parappa toaster.
Yes, that was it. Yes. I was like, no. Why?
B4 and B7.
I don't know who would win in a GTA Online showdown on indoor horse racing.
Excuse me, can you repeat that question?
What?
Who would win in the GTA Online showdown on indoor horse racing? John, Steven, Mal, Dan, Tom, or Josh?
That's a weird list.
I'm surprised Luca's not on that list.
Well, because Reese would have won.
Yeah.
I feel like Dan would for some reason. I don't know why I give Dan the benefit of the doubt on that one. 4 and 7. What was I see up here? What game store do you go to? Video Game Trader. I'm on very good terms with the manager there. So basically, you're saying the Game Boy Light is the big booty game system? Oh yeah, it's got that fat ass. It has a booty rocking everywhere, as the kids say. The kids don't say that. Please don't tell the kids I said that. They'll get mad at me. Don't send the kids after me. Everyone is already mad at me because of this. Everyone's mad at me because I'm doing the wiggle technique. The wiggle technique, which bothers everyone. Behold the wiggling.
Well, if it bothers people, just keep doing it, and it'll bother them more.
Ooh, the wiggle technique. See, this is what I mean for these. Like, so this one's only got 2 on it. So literally, to pop these off, all you have to do is just twist the part. Just rotate it back and forth, and it just pops off pretty clean usually.
90% of the time.
Can he execute the extreme technique? Proton John apology video. What am I apologizing for this time? Oh, to the kids, right? For implying that they say the words. Can we just eat the children instead? No. Don't eat children. That's weird. Eat the rich.
Why?
Eat the rich. That's way easier. I keep looking at those red shoes and keep thinking they're Mickey's. Yeah, they look like Sora clown shoes, basically. Eat the rich, Bernie 2020. I don't think that's exactly his motto. Also, as a Canadian, I will ask no discussion of American politics right now, because holy shit, American politics is a thing to be following right now. Let's not bring that into the discussion tonight.
Don't remind me.
No. It's always been my firm belief that politics and religion should never be talked on stream.
No, I have no problem with talking about them, but here's the thing. I have a different opinion compared to what most Americans might, because I'm from a different country, so therefore people won't care about my opinion anyways. Also, since it's not my country, I don't really just want to discuss that right now. I'm good with just keeping it to... I wanted this to be a chill night, not political discussion night, which is why I'm veering the topic away very quickly.
I mean, you're right, but, you know, at the same time, sometimes you gotta have discussions that are not meant for a stream. Not meant for a stream. Not meant for a stream.
Okay, good. I'm like, I really don't want to have this discussion tonight, please.
I think
so
of the latest
So
deals,
how about Cuphead and Smash, right?
I'm more happy that Altair's in Smash.
Not Assassin's Creed, Altair.
No, so funny thing about that. When it cycles through showing you what's added, it does talk about it goes Altair from Assassin's Creed series.
I wonder if they just didn't do the logo, because apparently in other countries they did actually have the Assassin's Creed logo.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they were just like, yeah, we don't want to have the word ass on screen in any way, shape, or form. Which would be really funny if that was the
Dude, if
whole reason they
Ezio
didn't do
actually
it.
becomes a playable character, I might be okay with that. I might be okay with that.
I don't see it happening.
So
You're right, he's the most popular
question.
Assassin's Creed character, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Dude, I have a cosplay. I have an outfit of that, and I'm like, hell yeah.
So my question is this. If they have a me costume based on a character, does that disqualify them from ever being a proper character?
No,
No.
because Crom.
It's Isabel. K-roll.
Yeah, actually, people were actually using the me costumes from 4 to speculate who was going to be in 5 because it was working.
Just give me Gino, please. That's all I want. At least give me the me costume back.
No.
I mean, that's on Square at that point. PC 3. And please, Gino, my family is dying.
No, don't go that far.
All right, now we get to use the leg anchor. And we gotta. It has exclamation points, so I gotta make sure I'm doing this correctly.
Me costume with Beware the Forest Mushroom as a song. I will take that. Gino is a spirit, so likely not. I'm going under the assumption if it's a spirit with a battle to it, no.
I'm going on the assumption if Square owns the rights to it, probably not.
Yeah, that too. Which is why I also know Sora ain't gonna make it in neither. So I'll take that.
Well, no, Square isn't the problem with Sora. Disney is. I don't think Nintendo wants to be beholden to the big D. Cloud, the hero? Ah, yes! Cloud, the person who got 2 songs. And Hero. Hero is the exception where he got 12 songs and 4 versions of himself, but...
8. I thought it was only 8. 2 for each.
Was it 8? I thought it was 12 songs
2
he got.
Nope. Just
Really?
8.
It's only 8? Shit, that's even worse than I thought. Never mind.
Here, I'll just boot it up right now. Smash Bros, come on online.
Enough people are confirming. 8 songs, all MIDI. Okay, so there's a story about why the songs are all MIDI, and that is because apparently the original composer for Dragon Quest is a giant douchebag. Apparently, that's why 11S has the orchestral music and not 11 originally, which had the MIDI songs. He is a very bad dude. He very much, shit, I can't remember the exact term. I guess xenophobia is actually the term. Basically, yeah, he's a racist dick and thinks everyone in America are assholes, and they... Hi, Bagel.
Everyone's an asshole and hi, Bagel.
Yeah, the long story short is the composer for the Dragon Quest series basically has blocked any attempt to do anything to the series and to the music. Straight up, like, the reason there wasn't a Dragon Quest, there wasn't MIDI music, or there was only MIDI music till now, was because he straight up said that the sales for his concerts, the ticket sales for his concerts would go down if the music was not just MIDIs. Because then he does actual, like, orchestral music for the concerts. So, and no one is going to... He's been there since the series started, so no one is going to try to overwrite his word. So basically, his word is law, and that's why Dragon Quest fans are just like, Jesus Christ, please stop.
Also, speaking of, for that and other things, Cloud doesn't have any spirits, if memory serves, and
Correct.
there's no other Final Fantasy representation of any kind.
Correct, Reno.
So what we're saying is, Square, you're funny.
I have no idea why Square still works with Sugiyama. Because he makes shit that people like. As much as he's kind of a dick, he still does good work. That's the problem. He has seniority and he does good work. Like, that's enough to just kind of let that shit pass.
Someone linked an article about the whole Iceborne thing from earlier.
Yeah.
Just click on that as soon as I grab it.
I mean, you can look into that. I honestly don't care. If I'm gonna be blunt, I really don't care.
Neither do. Well, I mean, I'll read it up just to see what's up. But ad blocker, no. Thank you. Goodbye.
PC2.
I'm actually gonna double check something real quickly.
Go for it.
Cloud, where are you in the collections?
So, if there would be another character from the Final Fantasy verse, who do you think would be in?
If we're going by latest, 15. If
So
we're going by
Noctis
popularity,
likely then, yeah. If you're going by popularity, it's probably Sephiroth.
no. Oh, who would be another one? Not Sephiroth. If it wasn't 7, or anything related to the 7th part.
Ooh, that gets tough because people like 10, people really like 14, and then obviously there's
like
6 and 4.
Lightning. What about Lightning? Wasn't she up for the running?
Lightning is female Cloud, as it was lovingly dubbed.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, Cloud has no spirits of any kind. It's just literally just his models. So he doesn't even have official artwork. Oops.
Yeah,
Again,
no, Square
does
Square
not
really
want to share.
Square was really weird about it this time ago. There we go. We got ourselves a bendy leg.
A bendy leg.
A bendy leg.
A bendy leg.
And it looks like in step 6 we give him a foot.
Ooh.
But I gotta actually no, we can straight up just do step 6 now if we want to just have 1 foot.
We have a leg. I repeat, we have
my leg.
A leg.
But then we only have one of Mickey's shoes on the table.
Alright. Oh, I can just straight up just snap this on there now. Hell yeah. I'm just gotta make sure.
Also, there was that whole thing with like Sword for Smash on Twitter, and I think that kind of backfired on them.
How so?
Uh,
Is this Waluigi 2.0?
Oh my god.
yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
it is.
Long story short, go with that. I can't remember, but like I think one of the Tekken developer came out and he was like, guys, or Sakurai knows this.
Yeah, I think he straight up said he doesn't want any Tekken. He doesn't think any Tekken character should be in Smash.
Well, there was that, but he also kind of like said like, Sakurai sees this, nothing to do, don't bother him with it.
Well, yeah, because Harada, God bless his soul, is very much one of those devs that's like, don't ask me for anything. Stop asking me for shit.
My brother-in-law
I love
told-
Harada's bluntness.
Yeah, if memory serves, my brother-in-law told me about this. He punishes Tekken fans if they do that kind of shit. It's like,
Yo, are we gonna talk about the was it Honey Chloe again? Because that's like my favorite fucking story.
go for it.
All right, so I think it was for Tekken 6 or 7 or Hybrid or something like that, the online one. Lucky Chloe, they made this Tekken character that's literally just like anime pop idol that also is dressed like a cat girl. Hang on, I'm gonna find the comic. Someone made a comic which perfectly represents everything. Because people were super upset in the West about it, because they wanted like a completely different character. They didn't want just to be playing as like weird anime cat girl. So there was this comic going around for a while. I'm not gonna be able to find the damn thing, am I? Chat found it last time we brought this up. There it is. Sweet. People were joking like, we want a serious character. Here, let me just show you some pictures of Lucky Chloe that are allowed to be on stream. Thank God for safe search on, is what I'm saying. Here, I think this is a drawing someone did, but it's an excellent representation of the character. You know what? We'll leave the art block warning on because it's pretty apt. So this is Lucky Chloe. So this was the new character they added for, it was either Tekken 7 or Tekken Online, I forget which. And North American fans were super pissed. They're like, we just want like a normal human. We want like a buff dude that will go around kicking the crap out of people. So this comic was going around for the longest time about like, here's American man. He's got buff robot arms. He's running around in boxers. He's got the American flag draped around him. He's gonna go kick ass. Wait a minute. Surprise! Lucky Chloe was inside him the entire time. That was just so fucking funny because it was basically, I think Harada either retweeted it or was like supportive of it because he was just like, guys, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Please just let me do whatever I want. It was really good. It was really fun. Alright, I am looking for Piece L9.
So long story short, don't bug developers.
Yes.
Yes. Keep bugging us for stuff.
It will come and backfire like a motherfucker. Levels of I do what I want, fuck you.
See, that's why I find it so funny that, was it Negan from Walking Dead got into Tekken 7? That to me screams, fucking let me do whatever I want, because that's such an out there thing.
Oh, now I'm just playing Smash. Because I'm like, hey, I got it up, I might as well get some matches in.
Sadly, Negan is boring in Tekken. I mean, it's also like a world where he doesn't really quite fit, in my opinion, but that's a different story. I remember people saying Sakurai should have been fired because of Byleth. Man, fuck off. Don't do that to devs. That's fucking stupid.
Wait.
I get being mad that the character you want or didn't want got in over someone you wanted. Like I'm Team Dante, so you know, like when I found out Dante, people were like, "Oh, hints are pointing to Dante being in." I'm like, "There's no way." But I was a little disappointed when it wasn't. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, whatever. I didn't like fucking call up Sakurai and threaten him.
People are that whiny. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's bad, dude. It's real bad. Entitlement is crazy.
So here's the thing. There are two things to point out. One, Nintendo picked it in 2018. You're gonna get pissed. You're gonna get pissed at the big guys. Two, I could see some legitimate argument. There was a Twitter thread I found that talked about why there was kind of like this legit or legitimacy hatred towards Fire Emblem in Smash Bros. Character in Smash. And they said that some of them just felt like walking commercials, which in reality, yeah, they kind of are. And there was this really great thread. I'll see if I can find it real quickly. But it kind of goes into good details on like why people don't like the Fire Emblems in the games and everything like that. And there were good arguments that yeah, some of them are just walking commercials. But just calling out like that's like no, guys, no. Just no. I'll see if I can find that real quickly.
Someone says most of this pack was commercials, though. I mean, see, that's such a tough call. Because some of it you can argue, yeah, Hero definitely. But Hero's also a very popular classic pick, so he makes sense. Banjo and Kazooie definitely weren't.
Yeah.
Terry, that's a coin toss if you want to make that argument, because 14 is out, but it had been out for like a year or two at that point. And 15 is still in the works.
And there's the link.
Joker is also a tough call because the game had been out for half a year at that point.
But wasn't the game re-released on the Switch?
No, Persona 5 is not getting re-released on the Switch. They're getting Persona 5 Scramble instead, which is the Dynasty Warriors style Persona game, which is way more fleshed out than a Dynasty Warriors game, so I'm actually excited for it. Not that I don't like Dynasty Warriors, because I love Hyrule Warriors, but it's nice to see that they're doing platforming and like heavy story and stuff. Yeah, Sakurai specifically told us to play Banjo on Xbox One. He's like, this is like the only time I can say this, so I think I might get in trouble for saying it though, which was funny.
Oh, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
It's getting a demo next week. Ooh. Excited for that. Persona 5 Scramble is also a direct sequel. Oh yeah, unlike Dancing All Night, which was just like, yeah, everyone's dancing now. Dance with them.
Could you imagine this
please
sort of
dance with them.
entitlement being huge in this earlier video game generation if social media was a thing back then?
Oh my god, no. Please, God. I both love and hate that I am old enough to have experienced internet life before social media and after it.
Oh, thank God, too. Also,
because it gives you a sense of perspective, but it also is just like...
No. Tom was just in here a minute ago.
What, did he join the call here?
Yeah.
For like a second and jumped out.
Oh.
It's like, hi, Tom. Bye, Tom.
Which Tom, Fox or White?
Evil Genius.
Evil Genius.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you could have hopped in if you wanted, stayed in. It's a pretty laid-back night.
Yeah, I thought it was open lobby. I was like, okay. Sure.
We eased off on the open lobby, but yeah, like anyone can hop in if they really want.
50 people join. Oh, shit.
No.
A pinball. I'd say Gex would win in a pinball showdown.
And
Because I'm terrible at pinball.
What?
I love
Someone
pinball.
said, dear Gex and Bubba, who would win in a pinball showdown between the two of you?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm terrible at pinball.
Are you not the pinball wizard of legend?
I'd rather not be. Look, I have some bullshit luck sometimes, and some stupidity weirdness happen.
What do you think about that PS5 rumor that it says it's backwards compatible with PS1 to 4? That would be absolutely fucking bonkers, and also one hell of a selling point for the PS5. But I'm going to be real with you. As a collector, it's going to sell a lot less based on that than what people think. PS4 backwards compatibility? Yes. Fucking great. Lots of people will be able to take advantage of that. The farther back you go, though, the less people that would be able to take advantage of that. Honest question here now. How many people here that are not collectors, this is an important distinction, have PS1 games still? This is an important distinction because collectors will go out of their way to find this stuff. But, no, actually way more than I thought here, honestly. But my point is that going farther back is going to be easier to emulate, even hardware or software-wise. But less people are going to actually take advantage of it. Like, you can't just... Most people aren't going to go to a store and try to buy the game they want for, like, the PS1 to play on their PS5. Like, if I... Like, as a... I'm going to tell you right now. If you wanted to go buy Final Fantasy VII, a physical copy right now, you can get it way cheaper in digital format or way other systems. Like, it's not worth it to most people to do that. And this is coming from someone who is a collector, who very much takes advantage of that. Like, very much, like, spends the money to do exactly that. It is not financially viable for going that far back for Sony. It would be fucking cool, but I don't think it's worth the work they'd have to put in.
I saw, like, PS2 games, there was an issue going from PS2 to the more recent.
PS3's cell processor was so fucking weird, no one knew how to program for it. And then it was such a different architecture that it was... Like, they literally put a PS2 inside of the PS3. That was how the PS2 emulation... Like, the PS3 played PS2. And then they changed the software emulation, which worked with less games. And then they just got rid of it altogether. And then they just kind of made a 4 per game emulator that they packed in with the games. That's why when they were selling the games separately, you would buy like PS2 sets that would actually let you play certain games.
Thank you.
Again, that's why I think it's not going to be worth the work for them to do it. I think it'd be fucking cool, and if they did do that, I would probably use the PS5 to play PS1 to 4 games, as long as the emulation was good. But what's more likely is they'll probably do something with PlayStation Now, where they will just have, like, they'll just have all the games, like, on, like, a streaming service, or they'll just have it as, like, a downloadable service. That's more likely. Because then they can package the emulator inside of the game. But the other real issue with that is they would never do that with every game, because a lot of those games have major licensing issues. Like, let's use Tony Hawk's Pro Skater as a perfect example. To get that game back up for sale, they would have to renew all of the music licenses for all the songs on that soundtrack. And that might not financially be worth it, but because there are less people there that would want to replay Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, then they would actually want to do, then they would actually make the money back for. So, or they could pull a Jet Set Radio, but Jet Set Radio could do it more easily because Jet Set Radio had a bunch of original songs and then the licensed music. Tony Hawk had only licensed music. It's like how you're not going to see, like, Madden games re-released because of the soundtracks. But also, no one wants the Madden games re-released.
At the end of the day, it's just going to boil down to, could they get a return investment on this?
Yeah.
And that's just the truth.
Do I know how to solder? No. I could learn, but I don't know if I want to. It would help me fix some tech issues I've had before.
Excuse me, I want my Madden 08, thank you.
Well, then go to literally any video game store and spend 50 cents. They will gladly sell it to you. There's so many on the shelves. They're sick of them.
I sense a new voice has entered this realm.
It's pronounced solder.
Did he just...
Yes. Wow. He is an evil genius.
So soldering is something I kind of wish I was good at, but I never really bothered because I would have been able to fix my CDI with it. Tom, I like how you pulled that stunt knowing exactly what I was going to do as my first retort.
What is a game that you would like remastered or like to see with updated graphics? Ooh. I need to take time on this one. What about you guys?
I'm thinking.
I'm remastered out at this point. Anything I want to remaster probably already got remastered.
Illusion of Gaia.
You know what? A game that's really weird that it got a remaster? Toki.
What?
The arcade game Toki. It's like a early arcade game from like the late 80s, early 90s about a caveman who gets turned into like a weird giant-headed ape that spits fireballs, and he has to go save his cave woman. It got like a remake a year or two ago, which apparently was like a 360 remake that didn't actually get released until the Switch. And it's just really weird that it got a remake, period. I actually was going to do that for Lightning Round, and then I forgot how annoyingly hard that game is. But it's just weird that they, of all games, that got a remake. It's on PS4 and Xbox One as well? Ah, okay.
I'd probably say maybe a crack at Donkey Kong 64 or something similar to like that. Kind of
They would have a lot to fix with that game, I feel.
Yes, but again, also a remaster update version.
True. All they need to do is add in that change barrel wherever you want fix, and that would fix a lot of issues right there.
True. Dude, that randomizer was actually fun, though.
A man transformed into an ape that wears a football helmet, spits deadly bubbles, and rescues a woman from a giant disembodied hand. Yeah, that's Tokyo, right? Ooh, Rosie with a strong question.
Oh, damn, you caught it too. Shit.
Yep. A serious question. What's the difference between a game that shows its age versus a game that's aged poorly?
I could think of one.
Go for it.
Mario 64.
Okay, so which is it, considering we're discussing the two differences here?
I say
I wouldn't say... I wouldn't say it shows its age.
I say it's aged poorly because the controls were clunky, but it requires you using an actual N64 controller to be able to somewhat properly play that game.
So now this is interesting.
Like
I see this the opposite way as you two. I say something that's showing its age is something that feels like it doesn't control as well anymore. But it was still considered good and can still be considered good if you don't mind putting up with the quirks. Something that has aged poorly is something that even like now is just like, no, this just controls like garbage now. Like, I would say Mario 64 shows its age, Ocarina of Time shows its age. Crash Bandicoot 1 shows its age. Some of them other ones hold up better. I'm trying to think of something that's aged poorly. It's easier for something to age poorly if it has, like, humor that was okay in, like, the 90s and definitely is not now. Like, say, making fun of minorities, LGBTQAI. I think I got that order wrong. Stuff like that. There's a lot of examples of that. That's aging poorly. But again, that's dialogue that definitely ages poorly. Yeah, Earthbound has some things that have aged poorly. I will be blunt. Happy Cult, whatever the fuck their names were.
After the gecko. What did I do? This is bullshit.
But it's definitely still a good game. Good games can have things that age poorly about them. But they still are so they will show their age in that aspect, but they still hold up. In my opinion, something that shows its age still holds up in some aspects, and something that is aged poorly doesn't.
So what about Pokemon Blue? Because I'm seeing a lot of people in chat. They're saying
that's a good comparison. Actually, that's a tough one now. Because the gameplay still is good, but it has so many bad quirks and broken parts about it.
Not to mention the one
definitely aged poor
type that was supposed to counter psychics doesn't. Oops.
Good. To be fair, Pokemon, it's a miracle that game works. Pokemon is literally a miracle of programming.
Which is why Gold and Silver is best.
Gold, Silver definitely aged much better. But that's what happens when you're the sequel and you're given time and a budget to fix the issues the first game had. Literally, Pokemon Stadium has fixes built into the emulator in it that fix all the quirks that Red and Blue had because they used it as a chance to fix those problems.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No. Do tell.
Straight up. Pokemon Stadium, if you had the transfer pack, which came with the game, it lets you emulate the game. You could put the game in, and it would play the game on your TV. But the emulator that it ran had a bunch of hidden fixes in the game that would actually fix problems and crashing issues that the Game Boy version had. So it would fix the issues while you were playing on the TV, but if you went back to playing the Game Boy, those issues were still there.
Oh, no fucking way. That's funny. Holy sh... How about that? Okay, would you say Donkey Kong 64 shows its age or aged poorly?
Oh. I don't think DK64 holds up at all, so I would definitely say it's aged poorly. But there are definitely people that still really like that game, and they would say the opposite. They would say the other thing. They would say it's showing its age. But that is another game that I would say is a fucking miracle that game works.
So I'm just sharpening my axe here. Go on.
No,
Go on.
I don't fucking care.
My thought
I see. We're going with that.
Every retro RPG where you have random encounter shows the age.
I don't have any problem with random encounters. Random encounters are fine. It's just how often they appear. Like in Mother, or I guess Earthbound Beginnings, Mother 1, whichever way you want to put it.
Oh god.
The RNG for combat for fights on that one, little too trigger happy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're gonna have another part that's not gonna want to go on correctly.
But no, like in all seriousness, yes, I could see why, John, like for DK64, I can see the arguments, like, yeah, it's aged poorly. But I guess for me, like, I will see the arguments, and I do agree with that, but I still enjoy the game. It's still...
Oh, yeah. Now, here's the important thing that people need to realize. Because one person thinks a game is aged poorly, doesn't mean you can't still enjoy that thing. This is a thing that society in general needs to realize. Opinions exist.
You mean
Opinions,
social media?
Both. Opinions just straight up exist. Like, there are games I hate. There are games that you hate, but I might like. That doesn't change the fact that I still like it. So, like, you like Donkey Kong 64. I don't care for it. That doesn't affect your enjoyment of the game. And honestly, if my not liking the game affects your enjoyment of the game, you might want to reconsider some things about yourself.
If your opinion affects my points of view of the game, that's a problem. But I still see the arguments though, and I go, yeah, no, you're right. Those are there. It's not like I can't deny it. It's right in the fucking game itself.
Come on.
That's why the change anywhere function for randomizers exists and makes the game a little better.
Come on, Sora, put on your fucking clown shoes.
So far, we have a leg.
Yeah, we
The
have a
leg
leg.
is
Well,
there.
We're working on getting the second leg to stay in place right now.
Not to mention all the movies and books that age poorly. Both mediums have way longer histories. Some people still enjoy those things. Yep, it's very true.
Oh, Tom brings up a good point here. I don't know. I think it's okay to be influenced by other people's opinions. I've changed my mind about things because other people have made convincing arguments. Okay, now that's fair. If someone is trying to change your opinion and they have a good argument, like that's understandable. But like if literally I'm just like, yeah, I just don't like the game, then like why, like if I'm just saying like, yeah, I don't like the game, and suddenly my opinion's changed on that, then it's like, okay, maybe you didn't actually like the thing to begin with.
Seeing that one leg on the stream reminds me of this one picture of gas getting too expensive. Regular is an arm, medium grades an and the premium grades leg. So it would be an arm and a leg.
Oh, here's
Ocarina of
a-
Time, still golden, showing its age or aged poorly? Definitely showing its age.
Here's a good one. What bad game is your guilty pleasure that you love to play? Or what bad game
Star
is a
Trek.
guilty...
The Next Generation, Futures Past.
That's a mouthful.
Though on the SNES card, it just says Star Trek: The Next Generation.
What bad game do I actually own? Shit, I actually don't own one. Crap.
I think another thing that a lot of people are kind of accidentally hitting on without realizing it. Oh yeah, Simon's Quest is definitely my answer, by the way. Castlevania 2. Something that people are kind of accidentally hitting on and not realizing it is a lot of the games that you were listing, like someone listed Castlevania 2, someone else listed Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which actually won't work for the example I'm trying to go for. Shadow the Hedgehog, they're mentioning some games that have a sequel or sequels that improve on their ideas. Another option for some of these games is becoming obsolete. I think Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time are obsolete because of their sequels. I think that because of those future versions, I feel less of a need to go back to the older ones. I think Mario 1 has aged poorly, but I like playing Mario 3 in World. And I like Mario 2 as well. So yeah, it's a...
Wait, ROM hacks didn't destroy your love of Super Mario World?
ROM hacks made me appreciate Mario 3 more.
True.
There we go, we got 2 legs.
They're dancing.
All right, there we go. That's a whole page done. Step 8. Time to work on the underwear. All right, I need
Is
E,
this going to be
C, and
Twitch
L.
appropriate?
I don't have an answer for that. I hope so.
Well, you said you were working on the underwear.
Wait, I thought there was a staff member in here. Staff?
I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
Oh, boo.
Also, don't call out staff. Let him lurk. Oh, this is gonna be the one set that I'm gonna wish I had the clippers for, because these are gonna be hard to wiggle.
Concerning how TRG would handle a hypothetical game of Overcooked, Tim would just do whatever I see, not really caring. However, I see John and Chugga being super competitive when they play.
In Overcooked?
Yeah.
Overcooked is a ride, to say the least.
So I'd
That's
say
fucking
maybe a
chaos.
3. I'd say maybe a 3-star, 3 out of 5.
Here's a question for you, John. If you could remake one Zelda game in another Zelda game's style, what would it be?
Zelda 2 in the Wind Waker style.
Ooh. Ooh, that actually sounds really cool. I want to see a concept of that.
Oops. Oops, oops, oops,
Both
oops, oops,
Oracle
oopsie, oopsie, oops.
games. I have a better answer. Both Oracle games in the Link's Awakening remake.
Ooh.
See, I was originally going to say that, and I backpedaled on that. Because I actually I like the Wind Waker style better.
I know this is a joke, but Faces of Evil in the Twilight Princess style. I'm not sure if I do have one, in all fair honesty.
My second choice would be the first Zelda game as in Breath of the Wild.
See, I want to go with Minish Cap, but I'm trying to figure out what style would work best for it. Maybe Link Between Worlds?
Forgot to put the ball
Kind of
joints
something like
in.
that.
Either that or it could also... I think it could also work in the Link's Awakening remake.
Mm-hmm.
But really, any 2D Zelda probably could.
Dr. John, you have successfully made Zero's legs.
Thank you. Yes, I have.
Question. What is your opinion on the Ace Attorney anime?
Never
As
watched
an
it.
anime?
Yeah, no, it's really good from what I've heard.
Never watched it.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard excellent
No.
things. L7. That's gonna be the right one.
Funny.
It was Zero that won the poll, correct?
Yes, we're doing Mega Man Zero.
Funny you mentioned Minish Cap. Apparently, Little People was a concept for Breath of the Wild. Oh. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, there was a concept, but they decided to get rid of it because they felt it'd be too confusing.
Ooh.
Think is what I heard.
Fascinating.
The United States of America, and to the Republican for which in my hands with puberty and
There we go.
natural for all. Public.
All right. We have the 4 parts we need for the torso.
Speaking of older games, what would you say is the Kirby game that has aged the worst? I don't know your full Kirby experience, but I'm a Kirby apologist, so I'm curious what you think.
That's a tough one, actually, because...
Where's Edda when you need her?
You know
Hi.
what? I'm gonna say Kirby's Adventure, solely because one hit makes you lose your power up. That's pretty much the only reason I say that. Because otherwise, that game does hold up really well.
Yeah. I could see that.
I think Dreamland 1 still holds up well, because that game knew what it was. You don't have the powers, but you still are able to do everything you need in that game because of it.
Dreamland 3's boss butch is terrible and has aged terribly.
That's fair. That's entirely fair. But we're talking whole games here. We're talking whole games.
Oh, I know, but I had to come in just to say that. Bye.
I mean, you could
Bye, Montar.
stick around. Never mind. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, you could have stayed around.
Yeah, I can't, like, the only other game I could think of to say that has aged poorly for Kirby is, like, Pinball Land. And that's just because you're trying to make, like a full-blown, like, game out of pinball, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't really figure that out well until Pokemon Pinball.
So, is this going to be the running joke of today's stream?
No.
Ahmad jumps in, makes a joke, and jumps out?
Probably. Okay, you know what? Some people bring up a fair point. Kirby's Tilt and Tumble has aged poorly because the only way to play that now is on a Game Boy Color, because if you try to play it on a GameCube, you literally have to tilt the GameCube.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people talking about the Bouncer still. Surprised that game still has so much love. It's a very non-square game, yet also completely square based on the designs. Like, the character designs in the Bouncer are like the most square-ass designs I've ever seen. Or I guess Nomura in this case, but yeah. Those are some goddamn Square Enix-ass designs. But the gameplay is very unlike Square games. What games do you think have aged gracefully? I'm going to be perfectly blunt. 2D ages way better than 3D because early 3D rarely ever holds up. And 3D animation has made so many leaps and bounds at this point. The Spyro Reignited trilogy highlights that perfectly. That is the best example I've ever seen of being like, here's why we remaster things.
What about Crash?
Same thing. It's just, Spyro stood out in my mind more because they redesigned the characters and they look so much better. 2D, on the other hand, if the sprite work's really good, it can hold up pretty well. I think Symphony of the Night holds up pretty good, graphically, for example. So we'll use, like, late 2D.
So, my thought is that Golden Suns 1 and 2 graphically holds up better than the
Dark Age or whatever.
DS
Yeah.
Dark Age.
No, I can agree with that. 3D shows its age pretty fast. Unless it's stylized. Stylized stuff holds up pretty well. Cell shading holds up really good in 3D. That ages a lot slower. trying to think of some early 2D games that don't hold up nearly as well. Like I'm thinking NES era. I'm trying to think of what looks aged. I would say Mario 1, but honestly, those designs at this point are so iconic, they kind of transcend aging. I would say Mario 3... This might sound weird. I think Mario 2 might have aged a bit more gracefully than Mario 3 did. By a bit. Because I think the designs in that game were so weird and colorful and oddly shaped that they just kind of pop out and hold up a bit better. But like that's a close aging battle there, honestly. Would you say most beat 'em ups from long ago age well? Now here's the thing, I love the beat 'em up genre. A lot of the early beat 'em ups have aged like vinegar, really bad. Final Fight 1 has aged so poorly. But the problem is, Final Fight 1 is also a game where they really wanted your money. So that's kind of why it's aged so poorly, because they just try to kick the crap at you at any moment's notice.
It's like the Simpsons arcade. It's pretty much any sort of arcade that wants your quarters.
Don't you mean more aged like milk since vinegar is the spoiled byproduct? That actually might be a better point. I don't know where I've aged like vinegar is one I've heard a bunch. I don't know where I got that from.
I just keep thinking of Muriel every time. It's like, for vinegar, she's like, oh, I just added a bit of vinegar to the recipe.
All right, let's make ourselves a pelvis. All right.
Stupid dog! You made me look back. Ooga booga booga!
What?
I can't do Courage the Cowardly Dog, Eugene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't get that reference.
Have you never seen Courage the Cowardly Dog?
No.
It's
We've been over this a bunch.
Cartoon Network.
Oh, that's right. Cartoon Network's not in... It's not up there, I forgot.
It is now, but it wasn't at the time.
At the time.
We only got one season of Ed, Edd, and Eddy for comparison.
Here's a good question for chat. You ever had those kind of weird, like, binge kicks where you were like, man, I should just, like, watch one of my old childhood shows and just binge it for, like, a couple of days? You guys ever have one of those before?
Mm-hmm. Samurai Pete's Cats. And that holds up shockingly well. It definitely has some very outdated moments, I will definitely admit. But man, that humor, that show was surprisingly good for a very improv show.
I actually did feel like joining in for a bit longer.
That's fair.
Hello!
Hello.
Another Kirby enthusiast has joined us.
But like, would stream delay so much that you're off of old TV shows binging? Because I just got the Bobo Blu-ray.
No, that's...
Watching
Oh,
that.
god damn it, I want that. I want that.
And it's been a lot of fun. But I made a joke on Twitter just like, man, this aged so poorly. They're talking about video rental stores.
I hate the fact that society has aged that much. Yo, as a kid, renting games and movies was like the best feeling.
It honestly was. I did like being able to actually get a game that I rented so many times, like when I finally could get a copy of Pokemon Stadium 2.
The one thing I hated was when you picked and you chose poorly. That was when it sucked. I've always talked about how much I hated Aiden Chronicles: The First Mage for N64, but I also rented Home Alone for the NES.
See, I was in a weird thing because I like did do renting for things, but I didn't own a system until the Wii. Like,
See,
we
I like that you
occasionally-
could rent systems too, which was also cool.